I went on Temu to see what $200 gets me if I wanted to get wrestling merch. In my last video, I spent $100 on Temu to see if it was worth it, and if we got some cool merchandise. We got some really good quality products and some not so good ones also. I told you guys in that video that if we hit 1,000 views and 50 likes on the video that we would do another one with $200 as our budget, and you guys went above and beyond. So seriously, thank you. So in today's video, we are doubling that budget. Hi, I'm JLD and I'm a wrestling content creator from New York City. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you get some of the best wrestling content out there. And for $4.99 a month, you can become a YouTube member, which allows you early access to our podcast episodes, special shout outs, emotes during our live streams, and just recognition as a member of the community. So what is Temu? If you've been living under a rock, Temu is a place where you can get pretty affordable and cheap products that are printed from China at a very affordable price, similar to like Shein and Wish. You can get everything from clothing to home decor to technology to just whatever your mind could think of, they probably have it. And since a lot of the products do ship from China, they are very affordable, much more than what you would find on like Amazon or at a department store. But from doing my last video, I quickly realized that a lot of the products now actually ship from the United States now. During my last video, we had 7 packages and 6 of them were from the US and only 1 of them came from China. Plus now there are so many different vendors on Temu that a lot of them are just simply drop shippers that just make the design on basic t-shirts and just ship it out very quickly. So with that being said, there are some expectations you should have if you want to buy anything from Temu, whether it's wrestling merch or just anything that you see on their website. The first thing is to go with an open mind, because when you're buying things like these, it's hit or miss depending on the vendor. You'll see 5,000 of the same t-shirt, but each vendor might make it a separate different way. So I would highly recommend you check out reviews for the products before buying them. So just because one shirt is $2.99 and the same exact shirt somewhere else is $5.99 does not mean the $5.99 one is a better quality. It's literally a luck of the draw. And you've been seeing a lot on social media, a lot of people doing Shein hauls and Temu hauls and all that stuff. You can find them everywhere on YouTube. So just like them, go in with an open mind and just expect that there might be some of the products that you buy that just might not be worth it. Because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the products that I did get in my last video are really good, but some of them were just trash. And also please understand, in this video, none of the products that I'm buying are officially licensed by WWE. These are not official WWE or Fanatics products. These are cheaply printed from China or drop shipped from the US somewhere. My goal for this video is to enhance my variety and try to get more stuff that I didn't get in the last video. So if you haven't checked out my last video, you could check it out down below, or you've probably seen it already. Because I feel like we focused a lot on clothing and t-shirts and little knickknacks. I feel like now with a bigger budget, we can actually go for a little more premium things and just see what our hearts desire. And just like in the last video, we have a set of rules we're going to be following. And I promise this time I'm not going to break them. So the first rule we're going to follow is that this could be from any wrestling promotion. It could be WWE, TNA, AEW, New Japan, whatever we see in terms of wrestling. It could even be generic stuff. The second rule is that there must be a variety of items. I can't have all of everything being t-shirts. I can't have everything being toys or accessories and stuff. I need to change it up where there's a lot of different things just to show you guys what's available on Temu. Like, it just wouldn't be fun if I got 10 hoodies, right? So to enforce that, I'm going to set a maximum of 3 items per category. So there can only be 3 shirts max or 3 hoodies max. Gotta make it fun. So we're changing it up and we gotta make sure we hit that 200 mark, which might seem a little harder than it seems. And as a part of this haul, there has to be items that were not involved in this video in terms of categories. So I was actually thinking, what if they got wrestling belts? And the last rule is that I have to spend a minimum of $200, not including the shipping. So the shipping is excluded from this $200 budget. Also, we have a $10 credit that we can use on our Temu account. So we'll probably get some free stuff in the process, because our last video, 2 of the packages out of the 7 actually came a few days late. So Temu said, sorry, we're giving you $10. One thing about Temu I do like though is that their return policy is insane. Sometimes they let you keep the product if you don't like it and they'll still give you a refund. Even if it's 1 day late, they try to give you your money back. And if we hit 5,000 views and 100 likes on this video, I will make my budget $300, but this time we will be moving over to Etsy to see what wrestling merch they have. So without further ado, let's check out Temu and see what they got. I think it's disrespectful that we didn't do any Jey Uso Yeet items. So let's see what Jey Uso got. We got the Yeet shirt, we got the Yeet hoodie. This is a cool beanie. They got a few colors. I actually like this black one, but I wonder how it's gonna look, because this looks like they literally just added the photo to Yeet or not to Yeet. That's actually a really cool shirt. I think that's pretty original versus like just having plain Yeet on it. I like this blanket. Like, look, we going for blankets again. Is this what we're doing right now? We got a Jey Uso blanket. Would y'all want to buy this? Like, if I gave this away, would y'all actually want to like win this blanket? It better be Rhea Ripley quality. Jey Uso joggers. They got NWO. They got the whole We the Ones. Is this like 2 for 1, or is this? Oh, it is hoodie and joggers. That's freaking cool. Look what we got here, chat. We got a belt. We got to look at the belt. This is actually really cool. Now, this is not an official WWF product. I'm just letting the disclaimer be known. There are no stars on this belt, so I'm wondering if like the reviews are trash. So, like, they got pictures here, got WWF. We might have to get this because this is the first belt I've seen on Temu. I love you Solo. This is a pretty cool Jeff Hardy shirt. I think I've seen a lot of these on the TikTok shop where people are just doing like the retro vintage style where it's like that big font with the background and everything, kind of like my Tongaloa tee that you can get on my Etsy store. I like how they had the We the Ones combo. One of the things I also wanted to try was comparing one official WWE merch site with one of a Temu version. So one of the things I wanted to try was Roman Reigns and just check out the OTC shirt. So like, this is the first shirt that comes up. I think we're feeling lucky and we might actually have to get this. And I want to compare it to the original OTC shirt from the WWE shop because I do actually own the original one, and see if it's the same, if the Temu one might be better quality or if the WWE one just is the best one. Make sure you get a size up. You don't know how the quality is with these shirts. You don't know if it's going to fit just right, snug, or over, like, just depends. So always get a size up when you buy from Temu. This is actually a really nice Bret Hart hoodie right here. Is this only the front? I think it's only the front. It's like the Kane one where they only had the back, but I'm not gonna lie, this actually looks fire and I actually don't mind getting this in pink. But I feel like based on this style, it looks like it might be that bubbly foamy style like with the Kane hoodie. I feel like it's gonna be the same exact one. So with the XL, it fit just right. So let's try it. Let's see if it is a hit. This was what I saw in my last video. We might have to take a look at this. It's the American Nightmare. I know I'm a big Roman fan and everything, but I do have a soft spot in my heart for Cody Rhodes. The shirt is not good. The image is so grainy and pixelated. It actually looks a little pixelated, so maybe we stay away from this one. We got a cool WWF sticker. I'm a big fan of like the old WWF logo, so I'll look at this just for now, just to see what it looks like. What y'all know about SmackDown versus Raw? SmackDown versus Raw was probably one of the best like video games out there before they switched over to WWE 2K. I like this blanket, but I probably would pass on it. We got DX over here. I'm gonna pass on this again. I feel like a lot of the t-shirts that are dead center in the middle are just not as good as the ones where they're supposed to be in terms of placement, like a little more up towards the chest area. Do they really not have a lot of sweatpants? This is cool. Wrestling is therapy. I actually wouldn't mind this, even in that nice blue. I have enough gray joggers, but maybe we try the blue wrestling is therapy. What the hell is a 0XL? Does that just mean large? All these nuts. Now everything I'm adding into the cart isn't what I'm finalizing or getting. I do look at it off of the recording and make sure that like I get everything I want. I also add things that aren't in this video just for the sake of surprise, so that way when I open it you guys see cool things too. Wrestling jackets. I haven't tried a jacket yet from here. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, hats. This is what I like, the distressed version of like these t-shirts. I've been meaning to get some John Cena merch too, especially with his farewell tour coming along. I wonder how this hoodie would be if I were to get like the full-on John Cena. If this quality looks like how it does on the mock-up, I wouldn't mind. I feel like it's a very thin material based on just how it looks from the mock-up video thing here. We got Raw is War. We got the ECW. This is the one I highly recommend. A lot of this is t-shirts, as you probably saw in the last video. A lot of this is t-shirts, so you don't need a lot of it. What they got for AEW? They got Sting, they got Darby. Oh, this is actually not bad of a shirt. I kind of like this Darby Allin. Honestly, with you see the shadow there of Darby, I actually wouldn't mind getting this. Let's add this and just see what's up. The Orange Cassidy shirt's cool too, but I would probably want it in white because he always wears white when he goes down the ring with the denim jacket. WWE accessories. I like this CM Punk beanie. I think this is really cool. Why not? We got $10 free credit. I don't even know how big this is. Like, what is the dimensions on this? WWE belts. We added the belt here, the WWF Attitude belt, but I want to see if they actually sell other titles. Seems like that's the only one. The question is it legit? This is actually a cool one. Eat, sleep, yeet, repeat. Let's try it. Let's see it. Look at this doormat. This is actually really cool. Do I know any of the people on this? Let's see. We got I think that's CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt. That's actually really cool. I like that that's a thing, and I could actually replace the mat that's in this room. I'm going to try it. Look at it. It's only $1.63. You can't go wrong with that, right? Well, I went ahead and added everything into my cart, and thankfully, once again, it was over $200, excluding the shipping. We also got a $10 credit from the last order that we did because the packages arrived late, so it helped us get just a little bit more items. And I'm not gonna lie, this was a little harder than I thought because $200 is a good amount of money for Temu. And since wrestling is such a complex niche where not many people are buying Temu things from there, it's pretty hard to find unique items that have such variety like over here in Temu. Like, for example, they got a lot of sneakers and backpacks, but you can't find a lot of wrestling stuff related to backpacks or sneakers. So you're kind of limited to what they have, and most of it is, of course, t-shirts and hoodies and little action figures I'm never gonna buy again. But anyway, without further ado, let's fast forward 3 weeks from now and let's get our products.
3 weeks later.
Well, it's been about 3 weeks and we finally got everything from our Temu order. You guys can't really see it, but this is a very heavy box with 14 items and 7 different packages. Surprisingly enough, everything came pretty quick, especially with the holiday season. This took about 2.5 weeks to get everything in the mail, with 2 of the packages come from China and once again, everything else coming in from the US. And just like in the last video, we did follow the rules for this video with a grand total before shipping of $205.88, split into 2 different orders. And one thing that I didn't realize you could do is what's called price adjustments on Temu. If it's been within 30 days of the order, if the products that you bought do have a lower price, you can get a price adjustment and you do get a refund back in the form of store credit. So because of that, I was able to get back $4.58 in store credit that I could use in a future order, which is really awesome. And that actually counts towards this order total of $205. But take a look, guys, there is a bunch of stuff here. Obviously, I do the black tape so you guys don't see the address, but we even got a box in today that we're going to be opening. And just a reminder, guys, once again, this is not official WWE merchandise. I am just simply showing you guys an alternative if you are trying to save some money and also wear some WWE themed clothes and t-shirts and stuff at a more affordable price for your local wrestling show. Because WWE shop stuff has gotten very expensive lately, and even with their coupon codes, 25% off, 30% off, it can get pricey. And it's been really cool to see what Temu has to offer in the WWE space. All of these packages came on time, so we did not get a $5 delay coupon, but we did use $10 of coupons from our last order that were delayed. But you know what is official? JLD merch over at justlayingdown.com. Get your acknowledged JLD t-shirts today. And just like the last video, a lot of the products here are stuff we did look at earlier on in the video, but there are some items that I did not go over in this video that you guys are going to get to check out, and you guys are in for a treat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over each of the packages in not really a particular order. I'm probably going to start from smallest to biggest and leave the box for last, and I'm going to go over reviewing them, wearing the item, showing you guys the item, and just giving you guys my honest review of what I think of these Temu products. And then at the end of the video, I'll give you guys my full review if the $200 was worth the spend. So without further ado, let's open some packages. Like, look at this. There's bags and bags and bags. All right, so I got the small packages to my right, and then I got the big packages more down on the floor just to make things a little cleaner for my desk setup. But let's start opening this up. We're gonna open up this bag right here. This is the tiniest of them all. Opening, and the first package is Rhea Ripley. We got mommy in the building. I feel like these shirts I've been seeing all over the TikTok shop. People have been trying to advertise it. If you guys don't know, the TikTok shop affiliate program lets you make commission on products that are on the shop. This is one of those items I've been seeing everywhere, and we're gonna see how it is. But judging based off the first looks, I feel like the design isn't as good with Rhea Ripley's hair. You may not see it in this video, but it's very dotted, the hair style, and like the outline all around it. I'm just not too crazy about it right now. Plus, I think because it's a black t-shirt, she is wearing black in her outfit, so it just, I don't know, it just seems weird around like her face and the eyelashes and eyebrows and everything. I'll try to give you guys a better view of it from my phone. And for all of my t-shirts that I got today, I got them in an XL because based on where they're from, you never know if they're gonna fit small or if they're gonna be too big. So I always just get an XL just to be safe, so I know for a fact it fits me. So this shirt fits good. I got an XL. I feel like if I would have gotten a large, this would have been too small for me, but maybe it's just me going to the gym. The shirt itself is good. I just feel like Rhea Ripley is just in a white jacket when in reality the design itself is actually a black jacket. So like you just see floating middle fingers the whole time. You see a little bit of like an outline around like the middle fingers. It just seems very odd compared to what I would see on the TikTok shop and the things people were selling over there. So would I recommend this shirt for a total of $13? Probably not. I'd probably want to get a better quality print on the shirt, but it's still a cool shirt because I've been seeing this online and Rhea Ripley here looks pretty cool. Plus I'm a Rhea Ripley fan, so why not? And if I were to get this shirt next time, I'd probably want to get it in white, so that way her black jacket doesn't blend in with the black t-shirt itself, so that way you could actually see the full jacket in its full entirety. I would get this if it was in a white, but I'd probably get a better quality one. All right, so that is item number 1. Let's go right into item number 2, and this t-shirt is, what is this one? Darby Allin. Let's see what this t-shirt looks like. I have very high hopes for this t-shirt. The shirt looks like this. Now let's see how it looks, because I feel like it's a little more downwards, but I think it's just me imagining things. I also wanted to get an AEW t-shirt, and Darby Allin is one of the fan favorites in AEW, so I figured let's give him some, let's try it out. And the cool thing about it is you could actually see the design of his shadow on the top, on top of the graphic itself. So, you know, if you guys know Darby Allin, you know how crazy he is. All right, so this t-shirt actually fits very comfortable in terms of the Gildan style and all that, but there's one problem, and that's that the Darby Allin design, like I figured, is more down than it should be. Normally these t-shirt designs should be more up on the chest area. I feel like it's a little bland up here, like it needs to go up a little bit. Now, I don't know if when they were printing this, they just assumed because of the shadow that, okay, now it's centered, but it makes it feel more down. And a lot of the shirts that I see on Temu, they have that same issue. And I've mentioned in my last video where I'm like, why are some of the shirts like so centered towards the bottom, towards your core, rather than on the chest? So in terms of the design itself, I like this Darby Allin design. I feel like it's printed all right. I feel like if I were to get this, I'd want to get it more centered up. But the shirt itself is good quality. It's just the design is just in the wrong place, to be honest, at least for my preference. This shirt ended up being $11.70. So was it worth it? If it was maybe $5, I'd probably say it's worth it. But for $11, I can get an actual t-shirt and it would probably be much more worth it. So I'd say probably a no if you're looking for the design placement. But in terms of the quality of the shirt itself, really good. Fits like an XL and all that, but just put it more up this time. And I actually followed the rules with 3 t-shirts maximum. So we kind of already know what this t-shirt is the OTC t-shirt. Now I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I have this OTC t-shirt from the official WWE shop and we are going to compare it. So let's open this up. So it is a just no brand t-shirt, so interesting enough already for that. It actually doesn't look that bad from the camera side and the video and everything like that. All right, so this is the Temu version of the OTC t-shirt. Now I'm not gonna lie, for the amount that I paid for this is actually a pretty good quality t-shirt itself. And if you're trying to save some money on representing the tribal chief, the real tribal chief, this is probably a good one to get. Now, obviously in these videos, you can see the comparison between my official OTC t-shirt and the Temu version of the OTC t-shirt, with a big difference being the glossiness of the film that is used to transfer the design onto the t-shirt. So it's a little more glossy than the official WWE one. The official WWE one is usually more of like a textured feel when you touch it, versus these are more just like smooth, and that's how you know it was transferred through like a pretty basic transfer paper. Now, one of the only big differences that you'll see is that this is a little bit bigger on the t-shirt, while the OTC from the WWE shop is a little smaller, and the Temu version does not have the Superman punch that the WWE shop version has on the back, the little Roman Reigns figurine on the top of the shirt. That's the only key differences. Now, if you're trying to ball on a budget, this is a good t-shirt. I would say this is a good steal. Now, the Temu version was $10.26 versus WWE shops, what, like $35-$40. So obviously a lot of WWE stuff does get expensive. So if you're just trying to save a little bit of bucks and still represent the tribal chief, I'd say this is a win. And that's it for t-shirts, I promise. So we got 4 packages left, 3 bags in 1 box. We're gonna leave the box for last, and let's open up some more bags. I'm feeling lucky with this one. Let's open up this one real quick. So this is the Bret Hart hoodie, which is really freaking cool. I wonder if this was done with like a really cool sketch design, or if this was AI or something. This was very unique to me because 1, it's Bret Hart, and 2, it's pink. This looks really good. So similar to the Kane hoodie from our last video, there is nothing on the front, which I expected. Again, this is not a surprise, this is expected. But on the back is Bret the Hitman Hart, which I actually like this design very freaking much. So whoever designed it, you did a great job. And it almost feels like that distressed feel hoodie. So like, I feel like this might actually be a good quality hoodie. So we're gonna try it on very shortly and see what I think of it and what the design like feels like in the back. But in terms of the design itself and how it's printed, it seems like the same as the other shirts in terms of it's just printed on with like some just basic transfer paper. But in terms of the hoodie itself, I think the quality of the hoodie actually makes up for it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty satisfied with this hoodie just from the feel of it. It has a little bit of like a thickness to it inside of the hoodie, so it feels a little warm, especially once you put it on. It has like the distressed pink style, so I've been on a kick of getting a lot of pink stuff, pink shirts, pink hoodies and things. So this is definitely right up my alley right now. It has a distressed feel, like how I've been talking about the black distress has been one of my favorites. But similar to the Kane hoodie, I wish they would have put something on the front, especially like maybe in the chest area right here, because the back design is actually really freaking cool. And it has like the Bret Hart, and it's one of those unique designs that is more than just like, you know, just a picture of Bret Hart on a hoodie. This is an actual art design that's on the back. So they should have had at least a little something on the front here to make it even more worth your while. And for $30, you get a pretty good quality hoodie. So I'm not upset at all about this hoodie. I think this is actually a pretty good steal. If I would recommend this, absolutely. But if pink is not your style, I believe they had some black colored ones as well, so you can get the black distressed hoodie also. But I gotta give this a thumbs up because I do like this hoodie. Just wish they would have had something here, but the design on the back is really freaking awesome. So the next two packages are actually the packages that came from China. Everything else in this order came from the US somewhere. So I'm just gonna pick one at random and just hope for the best. So we're gonna open up this next one, which is right here. This seems to be the one with 7 items, so we're just gonna go through each of them and just surprise ourselves with it. So the first thing we got is a CM Punk beanie. Let's see how this looks. So not bad, not bad. It has the CM Punk on the front. So this doesn't feel like it's like crushing my head with the beanie like how some beanies feel. This actually feels very comfortable. The design is just printed on the patch. There's nothing else to it. It's just a CM Punk beanie. And this beanie was $5.49. The next thing we got in this package is a Eat, Sleep, Yeet, Repeat face mask. So let's open this up and I'm gonna see how it fits on me. This is how it looks. I don't like put this right. Now I feel like this is stretched out a little bit. The design seems to be a little stretched out, but let's try it out and see if it actually works out in our favor. Yeah, I feel like the design is too stretched out where you can't really read everything. Like, I feel like this design should have been much smaller than what it was on the space mask. Plus this thing smells so bad right now. I think, I don't know, wherever they printed it smells so bad. So I say this is a no. Jeez, I had to take that off. The Yeet mask was $4.15. I'd say no. Let's keep going because there's 7 things in this box. So let's find out what we got. The next thing we have is actually a aluminum Undertaker thing. I didn't think it was this big, but it's like a whole big coin style. I didn't learn my lesson with the Undertaker metal tin that we had earlier on in the last video, but this actually came not dented, and I already knew what I was getting myself into with this AI picture, because I don't know what it says here, the wrestling loose. And in my last video, I go over like, what does that even mean? I still don't know what it means. This is actually a really cool design. I am not gonna lie. So I would give this a thumbs up. This was $3.20, and this probably could just go on your wall or something. It's nice for a wrestling room or just something cool for decor. Let me take it out the plastic, just aluminum. This isn't anything of like amazing quality or anything like that, but at least this time it was a full-blown picture with some good quality on it. Like, you can still see a little bit, it's sort of pixelated, but that's because it's AI, not because the picture was just stretched as more than it should be. I actually give this an okay on this. If you like this kind of stuff and you want to put it on your wall, maybe for a kid's room or something, or for a streaming room, I'll give it a yes. Go for item number 4, and it is a John Cena hoodie. So because the John Cena farewell tour is coming up very soon, we had to get a hoodie to celebrate. I don't know if I'm going to be wearing this to WrestleMania or for a wrestling show coming up this year, but John Cena is retiring after this year and I had to represent. WWE shop stuff gets very expensive, so I wanted to see what the alternatives were with this green hoodie. Let's see how it feels when I take it out of the plastic. And it feels like that thin, you know, Wish style quality, unfortunately, but that's what you get when you pay for a John Cena hoodie. But the design looks good. Like, the design's actually printed very well. I think this is like one of those all over print designs. This is actually a good design on the hoodie, but let's see how it fits. So surprisingly enough, this is both a front and back design. So we had the respect design on the front with John Cena on it, and then on the back we actually have the you can't see me design on it as well. Now I'm not gonna lie, this is very comfortable. This is a very loose feeling hoodie, and it has like that kind of thin material that you would get from Wish or China or something like that. Obviously, if you're looking for better quality, go to the WWE shop and use my affiliate link if you can. But if you're just trying to get something that's more affordable, this does the job, honestly. And honestly, for $8.79 for the price that you're getting for this full-size hoodie, both front and back design, I say this is a win. Now obviously I have some actual John Cena merch on the way from the WWE shop that I will be wearing probably for WrestleMania, but just to show you guys what is available, this is probably an alternative. Next up we got is a NWO pin, which is actually pretty simple, nothing too crazy, but this goes very well if you have like a tote bag or a backpack that you want to put it on. Just a pin. Nothing too crazy about it. I thought this was very unique, and I actually added this to the order after the order was placed because I just needed to have it. I just needed to see how it looked. And for $1.63, this is definitely a win. Next up, we have a sticker. We couldn't go without the sticker, but what is this quality, bro? I feel like it's a little faded. I hope this isn't like, what is this? Like, does it cut through, or like, we're gonna have to try this out. There's not really like a cutout outline to peel it, so we're gonna have to see how this works. Actually, never mind, false alarm. I could see the outline, but it's very bold in terms of like what you peel off from the WWF logo. I'm not gonna peel this out now or try to stick it anywhere, but I'll probably post something on social media of how it looked. But I give this no, I'd say a no on this sticker. But for $2.23, it's like, hey, get a big sticker, so technically you didn't get ripped off. It's just a big sticker. So this next item is actually very unique to Temu, and I didn't think I was gonna get something like this until I saw it, but this is what we got. We got a wrestling themed floor mat, which is really cool because it has a lot of the wrestlers that we all know in like the 8-bit style form. I'm going to show you guys how it looks on the floor, and it's probably going to replace the current one that I have in this room. This is how it looks, and it has a bunch of WWE superstars on them that you guys know. I think this is really cool, and what's wild is that it was the same price no matter what size of the rug you got. So for $6, it doesn't matter what size you picked, you got a nice floor mat for your streaming room, wrestling room, whatever it gotta be. Now the floor mat is really cool. Now it did come with a little bit of creasing on the left side of it, but I'm sure you could literally just iron that and it'll go away. But for the $6, I would say this is a thumbs up. I would recommend. It's a very unique item, something that I wouldn't normally see on Temu, which is like t-shirts and hoodies and stuff. So I was like, why not? So we got one bag left and one box left. Let's open up our final bag of this order. And I already know what is inside of here, so let's open this up. And the first thing we have as part of this order is, it's actually a generic item, but this is a pair of sweatpants that say wrestling is therapy. And I actually think this is really cool because for a lot of us, it is our therapy. It is our escape from the world watching WWE and TNA and AEW. Now, these feel like pretty generic sweatpants, honestly. I feel like they have a little bit of a thin material to them, but they actually don't feel that bad. I got these in a large, I believe. It doesn't really say. Actually, this is in an XL. I think these were like big and tall, but let's see how these fit. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, these are very thick sweatpants, and if you are going to get these sweatpants, get them in a size or two up, because as an XL, these are feeling very tight on me. Now, these are just generic sweatpants with the wrestling is therapy design. It has the two pockets in the front, the design in the front, no back pockets, but I felt like it took a little bit for me to put these on. So these are definitely not true to size. I say these would be great whether it be in the gym or just lounging at home, or if it's cold outside and you need something thick to wear. But besides that, I'd probably try to take my money more towards a place that had more true to size sweatpants where I could feel more flowy and comfortable. I just like my sweatpants a little more loose. That way my legs feel like they can breathe, because they do not feel like they could breathe in these sweatpants. And for $12, I feel like I could probably get something better at my local department store rather than Temu. But I think the design is really neat. Wrestling is therapy does mean a lot to me because wrestling is what would escape me from reality sometimes, honestly. And then the final item in the bag is a We The Ones wallet, which is very unique. I didn't think I'd find a wallet on Temu with like the bloodline on it, but I don't know if it's going to replace my current wallet, but I think this is pretty cool. The print on itself is actually pretty smooth. There's no like feel that it's going to peel off or anything like that. And that's for double sides. It's for both sides. And then this is how it looks in the front with like, you put your ID here. It has some slots for your cards. I don't know how aligned they are, if they're going to fall out. They feel very thin in between. You feel it, it feels like almost like paper. And then you have for your cash. It actually has two of these for your cash and for anything else you may have. You know, nothing too crazy. It's just a wallet, honestly. And for $5.23, it's like, hey, I present the bloodline with a cool wallet, right? I say this is a win, but I got to try it with my cards. Obviously, I'm not going to do that on video, but I'll give you guys some feedback. If you've made it already this far into the video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way we get some of the best wrestling content out there. Give this video a like, because if we hit 3,000 views and 100 likes on this video, like I said before, I will do a $300 unboxing, but this time from Etsy. We'll try to support some local businesses in the US and try to just, you know, try some new things other than just Temu. We are down to the final box in this unboxing, and a lot of you guys in the comments of the last video said, what about title belts? Like, you should look for title belts and see what they have. And I was able to get the only title belt that was available on Temu, and we're gonna see what the quality of it is today. It was not from China. This was not from anywhere else in the world but the US. less, so we'll see what the quality of this item is. It does have a tiny bit of weight of it, but not too much weight, so I'm obviously not expecting a replica WWE shop belt. I'm also hoping that it's not just some cheap toy style belt also. So we're gonna open this up and I'm gonna give you my genuine reaction to how this feels and looks. Let's open this up. I don't know at what point it's going to open. They have some staples on it. They jam-packed it into a pretty compact box. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the WWF Attitude Era Big Eagle Championship. So we're gonna take out the padding and we're gonna see how the quality of this belt is. It does feel a little heavy. It's actually a pretty heavy belt, not super heavy like a replica, but this has some weight to it. So let's open this up. It doesn't look bad, but we'll look very shortly once the bubble tape is off. This is the Attitude Era Big Eagle Championship. Now, here's the thing. First of all, looking at it, when I ordered this belt, I expected the WWF Attitude Era style belt to it, not the WWE logo that you can see here. Second of all, if you can look here, there's a lot of paint that's already chipped off of this design. So even though there's a little bit of weight to it, I feel like it's already kind of dying out on us, to be fair. So first of all, I wanted to get this belt because of the WWF logo. As you guys have heard me say before, the WWF logo is very unique. So to get the WWE one kind of sucks, unfortunately. You know, you get what you pay for with $100, but it is a little bit deceiving, unfortunately. The front plate is pretty straightforward. Big Eagle, World Wrestling Entertainment. Looks like they put their thing on there to their design. And then you have the side plates with the lion and the scroll. And then you have the WWE logo, which kind of looks like it's etching off anyway. There's that. And then you have the secondary side plates on here as well as WWE. And I don't know what this is. I'm going to try and read it. This like other one. Property of World Wrestling Entertainment, and then some weird stuff on the bottom. I don't know why it's doing that. I mean, it looks cool as a belt like this. I think it's really good size. I'll probably compare it to a WWE replica belt that I have, because I do have a few actual replica and commemorative belts I can compare it to, but it does have a little bit of weight to it. So I will say it's not like it's plastic or anything. It's definitely not plastic, but they could have done a better job with the paint. And then why is it WWE? It should have been WWF as shown in the listing. Another thing I noticed is that there is so much blue on the gold side buckles. It's like, why? What is this blue thing? And should I be concerned if it's chemicals? Also, again, what is this thing here? This like J something 99. I really don't know what this means. The leather itself is just, I mean, it's leather. I mean, I guess. The metal just kind of concerns me. Like, I feel like this was made sort of just to make the design of it, but they didn't do any quality checks to make it look like it's brand new. So to pay $100 for this, I'd probably be a little disappointed, unfortunately. Would I get this belt again from them? Absolutely not. Is it a cool belt? Sure, I guess, if you're willing to disregard some of the little flaws like the paint scratches and the fact that you get a WWE instead of a WWF belt, because you want it to be sort of like what it was back in the day, but whatever. I guess we'll take the L on it. So that's everything we got in our $200 Temu haul today. Unfortunately, it seems like there were a lot of misses and there were hits, especially with this championship belt, but there were some good items such as the NWO pin, the Bret Hart hoodie, the John Cena hoodie I say is an actual win, and the We The Ones wallet was actually really cool too. But we had some losses, unfortunately, like the Darby Allin shirt is not centered right. The wrestling sweatpants are a little too tight. You got to get a size up, and if you don't know that, unfortunately, you end up losing your money or having to exchange or whatever. And just this belt was just false advertisement, unfortunately. It's still heavy, it has some weight to it, but I feel like if you're gonna sell a WWF belt in good condition, don't sell me a WWE belt with like corroding belt buckles and just etching out paint, you know? But let me know what you thought of today's Temu haul. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you get some of the best wrestling content out there. Would I say this was a good haul? Probably not as much as the last video, but I think we got a good amount of variety of things, and we got to explore some new things that we didn't get in our last video, which is always a win in my book. And just like I said in my last video, it's possible I might give away some of these items. So if you guys are interested, let me know down in the comments. I'll see if we maybe do a giveaway, or maybe I sell them at a very discounted price. If anybody's interested in getting some of this Temu stuff, get it from me directly rather than from Temu itself. So I don't know, let me know. But I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for supporting as always. Peace out.